Alright, this is the last one for tonight, man. I said every fucking review that was in my book about roll up, smoke a blunt, call it a night. But Jadakiss dropped off top five dead or alive freestyle sessions. You know, basically rapped over a couple beats. I do think track 14, 12 are original productions. I could be wrong, but they sound like original productions to me. And basically, man, he just did his thing over these beats. You already know how that shit go with freestyling. We already know what Jadakiss is about. You know, he got bars, he got metaphors, he's witty as hell. You know, he just basically delivers. So at the end of the day, this is a good listen if you just want something to zone out to. You know, you could throw this on, throw your Dre beats on, and just zone out. You know, if you smoke weed, grab a blunt, light up. You sip lean, grab a cup, ice, fill it up. You know, whatever you gotta do to get into the mood to listen to this music. Now, my favorite track off this is Shame on You Rappers track 10. It's just the Connect 4 line was crazy to me. I know it's not the greatest line, but it just was dope. What's another track I fuck with? Block Work featuring Styles P. They back and forth. Every time they get on the track back and forth, it's legendary. Especially the Miss Jackson track they did, the diss track to 50 Cent. That shit was crazy. Where I'm From, of course, that's the Jay-Z song. Y'all Hate Us is a good one. Young Black Then Gifted was okay, but I just felt like he kind of took it easy on that track. Two curse words, straight bar fest. God damn, he just murdered that shit. Bang Bang was okay to me. You know, I just feel like he could have done a little better. The surprising track on here was Eastern Conference featuring Rick Ross. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. You know, Ross and Jada on the same track. I'm like, Jada gonna kill this nigga. But, I mean, he took it light as well. They both had good verses. You know, R.P. to Chinks. Jada gave him a shout out twice on the project. Life is a Bitch, one of my favorite tracks from Nas, you know, featuring Fabulous. To me, they tackled a classic song, you know, and did their thing on it. Incarcerated Scarfaces, he killed that beat. Literally killed that shit, you know what I mean? Straight up. I didn't like the Hotline Bling, you know what I mean? I just felt like, you know, I get it. You know, the trap line, I seen that on Twitter or whatever, but at the same time, I just felt like, damn, that's just too predictable. You know, to me, that's some shit Lil Wayne would do. But other than that, the song Babe featuring Dice Payne was a good one. I definitely love that sample. Smooth track right there. Still Grinding featuring D Block, another good one. Jazzy beat, the sample, just basically hustle, stay on your grind, do what you gotta do. And last track, Jason, you know, I think Swiss Beats produced this. I think this was one of the first songs that he had put out for this project. The beat was crazy, the lyrics, his flow. I definitely love the hook, you know what I mean? The hook represents, you know, what we've been going through as far as the police brutality, and Swiss is still an incredible producer, you know. But overall, you know, you don't give a freestyle mixtape no rating. It's definitely dope. Between this and Fab, I'ma still say Fab got the edge because he known for that whole freestyle shit. You dig? But this still a good listen. Definitely has me amped for top five dead or alive dropping this month. Can't wait for it. But what do y'all think about this? I wasn't even gonna tackle it, but then I was like, fuck it. I did want to hear it. You know, I skimmed through it, and then I finally listened to it just right now, and it's definitely dope, man. So shout out to Jadakiss. Let me know what's your favorite tracks off this. Will you be buying top five dead or alive? And what's your overall thoughts on Jadakiss as an artist as well? All right, y'all. Good night. One.